And we're live.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Alright, yes, we are here. Special Halloween spooktacular episode of Sigil Confidential. And it's going to be the most terrifying thing you've ever seen, because tonight our entire party will be trapped in an alternate plane where creatures from all over the known universe attempt to sell them extended car warranties forever and ever.
Please.
What's a warranty?
Well, I'm sure there's some little crafty half-orc in disguise that's actually figured that one out too.
Is that like insurance? Because that was useless.
Insurance. Still one of the greatest things I've added into a game.
Wow.
For me personally.
It's completely useless. I mean, why?
I mean, let's be real, it was pretty hilarious.
And in retrospect, everyone needed it apparently.
Everybody.
Wow.
Only problem is, if you take out insurance on your home plane of existence, it's kind of hard to get the payout.
This is true, unless he made it. In which case, he's hating life right now.
If he made it out with the money, then he's doing okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And Karen's not exactly Freya's home plane of existence, so you know, there's that too.
This is
Nobody
true.
policies. Oh my goodness.
This is true. Well, I guess when we left off, we were at the office, the headquarters, Zill's place. And you guys had just had a horrible run-in with Autochon and some terrible news about the beatnik trolls, one of them no longer being breathing. And that's kind of where we left off. Luckily, we were able to discuss this before we started.
Can I ask if we have Morbin's body?
If I remember, parts of it were delivered in a sack of food.
Oh, right. The food.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
And we put that back down the hole too. We didn't.
Oh, no, I don't think anyone ate it.
No.
Well, Kong made an attempt.
Kong, well, yeah, if anyone would.
Mm-mm.
Of course, he's not here, so the player isn't. So, you know, we can say he ate it just because he's not here.
Oh no, he did. He legitimately ate part of it.
He totally did. Probably liked it.
Gross.
So, we know you guys were you had a little bit of an altercation in inter-party, mainly just because I think tensions were high.
Hey, I didn't start it, okay? But I'll finish it. I didn't start it.
Classic master. Classic. That being said, however, tension is on the rise. You guys definitely all know and feel like you are in immediate danger. Autochon is a very powerful individual within the city. Eyes and ears, and more importantly, hands and daggers everywhere.
Maybe that was who you were going to tell us about, because I have notes about Autochon, but I don't really have anything else.
No. That was what I did at the end of the last session. I wanted to do a kind of fade to black exposition of it. That a dropper was that arrival. That's an arrival, just in time.
Hey.
Hello.
There he is.
Hey.
Welcome. We're just kicking off, so you're good.
But yeah, you may all now assume that you have had Autochon explain to you, head of a courier network, cursed to hear bells ringing eternally muffles it with big old magical armor.
Yeah.
General asshole.
Even more so now.
Yes, now very specific Walking Dead man.
They were the bells of something. What were they? Bells of some multi-syllable word that I can't remember.
Baphomet. Bells of
Ah.
Baphomet.
Yeah, he pissed off somebody even worse than himself.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what it was. Man, my brain.
Yes, Nosteroth of the Umber Scales.
So,
A tiefling not to be trifled with.
yeah, there are a few of those. So you have
Most of them, really.
you have the cursed heart dug on down in the lower levels.
Indeed we do, and we've got about a day before Autochon starts coming back around. If he is a dangerous man, and every indication is that he is, we're probably under surveillance again. Everyone loves that.
Mhm.
What we have to do, we got to get this heart clear. Probably uncursed. Somehow I doubt it was cursed before.
I would like to subtly bring a cube out of my pocket.
Okay.
The cube previously mentioned.
Yes. Are you going to sleight of hand this, or just kind of do it slowly?
Just slowly do it. You
Okay.
know, no big deal. Just a cube. No need to look further. It's fine.
While this is ongoing, Jimmy continues, and then we gotta wipe a major player in Sigil off the map. Wonder if we can get any leverage on this. We could definitely use a little assistance from the higher powers.
Oh, there's a lot of higher powers out here in the plains. Literally.
Yeah.
I assume from the green that Jimmy's talking,
Oh, can you not hear me?
because I can't hear a single word he's saying if he is.
Oh, I can. Can you hear me?
Oh no.
I can hear the rest of you just fine, just for some reason I can't hear him.
Make sure you don't have it muted or something, maybe? That's a weird
That
one.
is an important check.
That's weird. I can hear him too.
I don't know.
That's a weird one. You may need to restart Discord or something.
Yeah, I don't know how you would mute just one person. It's weird.
I mean, it doesn't look like I have him muted. Now I do. Now I don't.
Mhm.
User volumes max. I don't know. I'm gonna step out and then come back.
Yeah,
see
yeah.
if that fixes it.
That's all good.
I've actually seen this happen pretty regularly. It's, you know, given the history of the internet and gaming related software, this is probably some sort of NAT issue.
And now I can hear you.
There you go.
Hey, all I
Perfect.
needed to do was summon the devil.
Perfect. Perfect. So, as you guys are discussing this, a letter arrives downstairs. You hear Zill kind of pounding away and receiving the letter, and then mumbling and cussing as he comes back up the stairs, and then just kind of bangs twice on the door and slides it underneath, and then you hear him humble and I don't care, just would you leave me alone? Door slams.
Okay. One more. I go and I get the letter and I open it up with a dagger off the desk.
It is a letter from your insurance agent
No.
concerning the Wickletongue distillery.
Oh.
They would like you to actually come down and meet with them to discuss the settlement for the destruction and possible
The problem
repairs.
was that is that officially I'm in jail.
Officially.
Does it have a time on it?
Well, I mean, no.
Alright. Yeah, we'll get back to him.
That will work. We have to keep Wickletongue in production.
Yes, this is very important. Important question for you there, Church. Did I actually have an insurance agent?
Yeah, actually, I remember we discussed that. You were covered.
Oh, good. That's right. We said, building's insured anyways.
Yeah, so you were covered on that.
Yeah, I asked you if you paid the insurance for the floor too at the end of the other session when you burst through it. And you're like, we're all paid up, so.
Yeah, that's why. Probably why Zill's cussing you still.
I mean, that's fair. Jimmy did feel a little bad about that, but it was mostly Elim's fault, so yeah.
True. Woof. Ooh, excuse me. That one snuck up on me. So, like you said, you have about a day before Autochon returns. What would you like to do in that time?
So, to Jimmy, his professional pride will probably require him to get the heart free and clear sooner rather than later.
Okay.
It also might be safer to do so, given that it's a hideously cursed artifact.
True. So how do you suggest you retrieve it and transport it and potentially clean it?
Jimmy looks over to Freya. You any good with curses? Not putting them on things, taking them off more.
I would have to see about that, Jimmy. Hold on one. I'll get back to you.
Starts to meditate. Refers to character sheet.
We'll call that meditation. That works.
Gets in touch with whatever nature she can.
Yes. Jimmy's just kind of kicked back at the desk. He's rubbing his forehead. This is a mess. Alright, first one up. Show of hands. I might run the joint, but I don't own you. You're my friends. Who actually wants to fight it out with Autochon? I won't drag you in.
If you're holding up your hands, we can't see them.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't
Freya's
really
hands down.
think that's a good idea, but I mean, if we have to, right? But never been a fan of the hand-to-hand combat.
Are you planning on fighting them?
Ah, God. Were I a man of honor, it would dictate that I must. Fortunately, I am not. That guy is about as much trouble as you can get into in this city before the lady shows up at your doorstep.
And that's trouble that you don't want.
I'd be just as glad to exact my vengeance upon him at a later date if we can get out of this without him coming to kill us anyways. And that's the real problem, is that I don't want to give him that heart. That's not exactly how we do business here. And if we don't have it, he's just going to toast us as well. Or at least try to.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. After meditating for a bit, I don't think I have the wherewithal in me to actually remove the curse from the heart, but...
Oh, I appreciate the attempt, Freya. It's okay. That's one of them caveat emptor sort of things. We can just deliver it, say, hey, you got any dead people around to shift this thing? Because it's a little bit of a problem.
What would that even
Yeah.
involve anyway? I mean,
thing's a mess, but you know, this is one of those cases where our client probably has more people on it than we do. I imagine Fall from Grace can get it.
The question, why is Autochon such a problem anyways?
So let's take a moment. I know way back in the day we did a knowledge check on Autochon and we got a little bit out of it.
Yeah.
But let's do a big one. I know certain things about him. He's the head of the courier network. He's cursed. His relationship to Nostaroth and Noxana is somewhat known to us. Magical armor, etc., etc. I would like to rack my brain for any further information, rumors, anything I have about the man.
Let's do just a knowledge roll real quick. We'll see if we can.
The party won't have any knowledge of everything you found out in jail and the connections that Autochon has to Noxana and all that.
Oh yeah, that's what the sort of fade to black. Let me tell you guys about Autochon thing was last session. Was I wanted to skip over actually having to explain all of it in character. But you guys know everything Jimmy does.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I've got my sheet pulled up now. What check did you want, man?
Just a knowledge history type check. Let's do history.
Hey, much.
Oof. The only other thing I'll give you, but based on that roll, is it's whispered that the actual true badge or mark of being part of his guild of runners isn't so much a patch or a badge, it's a black eye, because he is brutal in the way he runs his business.
I suppose that makes sense. What's funny is that I tried to type that and I typed 1E20 plus 1. That would have been a much better roll.
1E20.
1E20. Get me that good. Shit, what would that even get me? Like.
Exponential.
Imaginary numbers.
No. That's engineering shorthand notation. That's 1 times 10 to the 20th power.
Oh, see, now we're getting complex.
Yeah.
Big old number.
Since I am an elf and have lived for a while, can I also try?
I'll give you a shot.
Please.
I'll give you a shot.
As my eyes well with tears from the song playing in the background. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I keep being tempted to remove it from rotation, but at the same time, like, I don't want to.
Yeah, you're mean.
I'll just have to learn it and sing it as Saoirse during the regular campaign.
That'd be brilliant.
Stop.
Is this where I admit I actually have the music completely off?
You must.
I turned it off when I couldn't hear Jimmy, so I just like, all right, let me see if it's the music.
Hey. Did you see
that? Yeah. So
I know what you know, bud. I know what you know.
Master and I are in the corner just like, I hear he's pretty brutal. And Master's like, yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, Matt, you guys also know how to spell his name, so... So that's about the extent of that.
All right, so with Jimmy's explanation out there... With Jimmy's explanation out there, what's everybody thinking?
The plane of fire is nice this time of year.
I think if we're gonna go,
I'm dead, Draken, but I'm pretty sure it'd just cremate me.
If we're gonna go plane skipping, I'm gonna have to bring Almond with me, so...
Ah, God, I
don't
hate
know-
to
I
leave
don't
a
think we can
job
go back
half
and get it.
done.
So,
I don't know, man.
Would it be half done if we actually delivered the heart, though? I mean, it's a little hopeless trying to fight Autochon. With how powerful he is, I don't particularly want to fight him either.
We're gonna do a fun check here. Are you ready? Church, I have a request for you.
okay.
I need to roll against Jimmy's pride.
Okay.
He's a man of some practicality. The only thing that could keep him here in the face of such vast opposition is professional pride.
Okay. So we're gonna do a reverse check
Okay.
for charisma. I need
All
you
right.
to fail a charisma check.
Okay. You said it, and you tell me if I pass or not.
All right.
Can we give him disadvantage on that because he understands that we'll stay with him, so his friends' lives are in
That's an
the balance?
It's an interesting take, so why not? Why not?
It totally would.
You'll stay with him. You
I
won't.
will. I will stay with Jim.
I may be in a group with you idiots, but I work alone. Remember?
That's
Master.
fair.
I also,
That's fair.
There's the
Master-
master we've known, and
yeah. I stealth alone and I run alone too. So, cheerio.
There we go. 2d20, keep low 1. My charisma modifier.
So yeah, you think better of it. You're like, no, I can't be responsible for what this could happen to these people if they follow me down the wrong path.
There we go. All right. This is now official right there. That's in stone. It's Jimmy's opinion. So, as a result of this, I hate it. I hate it a lot. But I'll burn the place to the ground again if it gets you all out alive. So maybe that's what we do. Maybe we get the heart out, skip town, see if we can get Zill covered at least.
When you say burn, I glance over at Draken.
Draken is
Oh.
thinking.
I don't say anything, but I just glance over at him.
You know, God. If we ever come back to this town, we're gonna need to bring bigger firepower with us.
You know, it makes me think
So
that if we're going to be fighting, maybe I shouldn't be here.
I couldn't blame you for dodging out.
Yeah,
Sure,
what are
use
we
a
gonna-
hand getting the heart over there.
What are we gonna do? Like, ferry it over? What's the plan? Like,
Oh,
are we
Uh,
staying here and fighting, or?
Hate to say it, but I think that one's gonna have to be me. Send it with one of you, you'll be collapsed before you get 2 blocks down.
Right, 'cause, I mean, we tried going with you and it was affecting us, so.
how fast? How far is it from here to Fallen?
Good question. Church?
from the office to
brothel?
Fall from Grace.
Brothel
brothel.
for the slaking of
sorry.
intellectual lusts.
Yes.
It's actually it's in a whole nother ward, so it's not short.
That's a marathon trip. Probably the first thing to do, we gotta contact her. They can take delivery somewhere else, all the better for us.
Yeah, because that's in
Maybe
the
she could come here. I mean,
that's in the clerk's ward, and I doubt you're gonna get Fall from Grace out to the office unless. Well, she might come. It depends, but you're still gonna need to send a message by courier, and guess who's running most of the couriers?
Guess who does those? I remember, it's in my notes, so I'm pretty sure we discussed it, though we didn't set the details in session, that Jimmy did arrange a secure way to communicate with Fall from Grace.
Mhm.
It may have been a trusted go-between. Hopefully it was not Autochon's courier network.
I will say this, just based upon his backstory while in Sigil, and the fact that it has been used in the past, that chances are, rather than going through any official means, you would have used the urchins that Kong was friends with.
Kong's got it covered. That'll probably be the move, I think. I say we see if we can spot our surveillance, sneak Kong out, and get a message out to him.
All right. So where are you looking?
Hey, Master. Your eyes are a damn sight better than mine. Come on. We gotta find him.
Looking for those snipers on the roof, or?
Sniper, suspicious person on a street corner. You know the drill. We
Yeah,
gotta
I've seen the
find us a
snipers
surveillance.
before, so I've seen the snipers before, so I should be able to see them again. What is that, perception?
Yeah. Where are you looking first? Because you guys are upstairs right now.
Well, I've seen the snipers from before. Last session when I went out to get Phineas.
Yeah.
I saw them on the rooftops where they're positioned
Mm-hmm.
from before. So I would think that I could just look in the same place and they would be there. But I know generally the elevation they were at, so I'm looking at that altitude.
Just through
That
the
makes
window,
any
or
sense?
Mhm.
Right.
all right.
I lend advantage cooperating with Master in this attempt and pointing out locations we need to check.
All right.
Okay. Do I need to set that as? How do you do that anyway?
Okay.
It's just.
Well, as you lean
Let's do
out to look out the window, a glowing crossbow bolt shatters through it. Just the moment you lean out to look, it just shatters through it and nails you in the chest.
I don't need to roll for perception.
No, you were like leaning to look, and it shattered through and hit you.
Can I dodge the? I can't dodge the bolt.
No, not this one.
Closed window. It just shatters.
You're not a monk.
Yeah, no, this one caught. Yeah, this one caught. I rolled a 17, not including bonuses.
All right.
So you took 6 points of damage. It knocks you back.
Every fucking time.
It knocks you back a few steps. It's still glowing as it's sticking out of your chest. It hurts. Like it feels like it's burning you.
That don't seem great. We got to get that out of there. Jimmy has his gloves nearby, the near destroyed ones. He pulls them on real fast and starts working to remove the bolt. Calls over Freya for help.
You just yanking it out, or
Has it penetrated Master's chest, or is it just in the armor? How are we looking here?
no? That stuck him. It's in his pectoral muscles.
I consult Freya for assistance. Jimmy is not medical.
It burns. Ow.
Yeah, I'll cast Cure Wounds on Master.
All right. Are you removing the bolt first?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna yoink it out.
Yeah, we're gonna yoink it out.
Bare hands?
I mean, what else can I use here?
Okay. So you grab
Jimmy's got the gloves on if you direct him.
You let Jimmy do it?
Yeah, I'll let Jimmy do it then.
Alright, Jimmy, you yoink it out without an issue, but you'll take a point of damage. Your gloves are singed and melted a little bit.
Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. Master, you'll take an additional point of damage from the bolt being yoinked, and then whatever Freya heals you for will We'll see how that does. How much? Yeah.
There you go.
So you seal it up.
Thank you.
The memory of the wound still stings, but your body's fine.
Oh man. Oh, last time I leaned to look out a window.
With that, the building begins to be pelted. Just thump, 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 thump. A couple of them smash through the windows. These glowing bolts just come flying through.
Cover! Jimmy ducks behind a wall.
Where's that cube? I gotta find that cube. Okay, there it is. All right.
Wherever they
No big
land,
deal. It's not like there's anything in there. It's no worries.
wherever they land, the wood begins to smolder and smoke.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Zill!
You
They're
did say
trying
you
to
would
burn your
this.
house down!
I'm getting out of here. I gotta stealth out of the way. Let me just try to get out of the way of these bolts that are coming in. Yikes. Oh man, where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? What's the plan?
You hear Zill, "Get out of my house, then." I don't think he's
We're heading
gonna help
out. We'll
you.
settle up rent later.
Damn it.
So yeah, Jimmy grabs his accoutrements and I guess the last bottle of Wickletongue in the office. Says, back in the fucking hole.
You going down into
Yeah.
the underbelly? All right. So you guys drop down back into the sewers of Sigil.
I mean, what else can we do here?
Oh no, you're good. Any particular direction you want to go?
Where are we going?
Once we're under, Jimmy says, all right, we got to get the heart back. I'll walk far enough behind you guys, I guess, but we just got to get a few blocks away at least and then get back topside. I don't know down here. I don't feel safe down here.
All
Good
right.
question.
Uh-huh.
Where's my house? Cause we could just go there.
Well, your house is going to be actually closer to the brothel. So it's in the clerk's ward, if you're wondering.
Okay.
So yeah, you head back to where the heart is.
Jimmy does. He signals everybody to kind of wait first.
All right. As you guys begin to move that direction, you hear the door upstairs get kicked in, and multiple footsteps come pounding through.
Okay, I guess we're heading this way.
All right.
All right.
So you start moving. You get a little headway before you can see the light behind you become disrupted as multiple bodies begin dropping down the same hole you did.
I actually was gonna stand by the hole. I wanted to try something.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, he has a maneuver.
I have an item.
It's not the Heimlich maneuver, I hope.
No,
Okay.
it is the Hand of Glory.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh
Who gave him
shit.
that? Oh, Kong, why did you?
And
give
I
him
am
that?
gonna wait till the
Oh,
rest of
no.
them are in the hole, so I am the only one in the dwelling. Well, I'm on the edge of the dwelling. And when I see people start flooding into the house, I'm gonna light it.
Are you gonna leave it there?
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm
you.
gonna see if it has the effect I'm hoping for.
Well, hang on.
Oh no, why would Kong give him that? Oh no. What? No. Oh no. Oh no. Man, that's a lot of people.
I might have just thinned the ranks.
Not that I can see that, but Out of character,
Alright.
that's a lot of rolls.
So out of the initial group that burst in, all but 5 of them kind of crumple to the ground. The other 5 kind of look around and then look at you angrily and start taking a bead on you with the crossbows.
Alrighty.
Sink or swim. What are you doing?
I am heading down the hole.
Okay.
I was hoping to at least stall some of them, so I've at least gotten rid of a bunch of our... So now we're down to 5 people behind us.
Alright.
Cool.
Alright, so you guys are bolting.
In motion. I guess Jimmy's
Yeah.
in the lead now, actually,
Alright.
since we are now moving distinctly away from the hole.
Alright. So you kind of know your way. It's dark down here, but you have a slight advantage just based upon you've been here recently.
I do have a dimmable lantern that I can light.
True. Your trusty bullseye.
Mhm.
So you make good time. However, as you get kind of close to the point where you stashed it, you see an outline of a figure your bullseye lantern illuminates standing right next to where you stashed it. It looks like some type of dog at this distance, maybe.
I light him up and rush.
It's a mechanical dog, and it's got the heart in its mouth.
Full sprint, bro.
It looks at you and then turns around and double times it away. You see somebody standing in the distance that the dog is running towards.
Does he
Can I-
outpace me?
It's pretty close.
I'm behind him.
He's
so I
definitely
can step ahead.
making more speed
Can I misty step ahead?
to
Get it?
you could misty step ahead to where it's at, but getting it's a whole different matter. It's a mechanical dog with steel jaws carrying this thing,
Okay.
and it's moving at about 80 feet per round.
Jesus.
So like,
no, we're not gonna.
so like Misty stepping next to it is like, oh, he's gone.
Oh man, that's insane. Yeah.
All right,
Nothing I do is gonna.
so the dog gets to the person, and you can see him grab the heart out of its mouth and shove it into some type of box. And he looks up and sees you guys as you're approaching. And there appears to be an open, swirling black portal behind him that he looks like he's getting ready to step through. The gentleman.
Question:
Yeah.
I can.
How far away is this person?
Yeah.
We're gonna say maybe about 80 feet at this point.
Okay. I can.
80
I
feet
can
from
move
me.
30.
Give or take, you guys.
Okay.
Okay, because I have something that I want to do.
Oh.
Yeah, because I have that quick runner shirt I could use, which should give me, I guess, a little bit of extra distance. We're not in initiative, so I don't know how to deal with this.
You may want to stand back a bit, though.
Well,
Alright, hug the wall.
I will say this before you do anything, if you would.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Me or
Freya.
okay.
There you go.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
The person that is standing up there is a bit taller than normal human would be, let's say, and they're from what you can tell as the light begins to come over them, they're kind of bluish skinned and with no ears. Covered in head to toe with all kinds of like belts and pouches and gadgets, and he genuinely looks surprised to see you.
Okay.
This is
so
hilarious.
I am not going to do what I was planning on doing because this quite isn't what I expected.
What?
If it was someone we recognized and someone who was distinctly against us, I was going to knock him prone with a bit of damage, hopefully.
I'm still running. I'm just trying to get over there. I'm running.
Jimmy also hasn't slowed down, but I think Master's got the advantage on him.
I'm going as fast as I can. My little running legs are taking me.
Sorry, so you guys are bolting?
Let's
Oh, we try.
go.
Alright, so the person actually looks really a bit nervous seeing you guys like barreling at him. He motions the dog through the portal and then actually does a like a gesture to you guys, like saying, "Come on," and then jumps through the portal himself.
No.
No time for confusion. It's portal time. In there.
I'm following. Might as well.
Alright. So everybody going through?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
as long as everybody else goes through, I go.
Okay.
It can't be a more dangerous place for us than Sigil unless it's like the negative energy plane.
Would I do that?
I see what you meant. I see what you meant now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. I have missed my shot. I understand.
Sorry.
I bring the cube and I blame myself.
It's all good. This is actually probably better in the master's hands, honestly.
Is this gonna be like it?
Yeah, we're all dying right now. That's it.
Yeah, we're in there.
Okay.
Happy Halloween.
Wow. Because I was planning on like we talked about this, like switching, but
Yeah.
I can't do it. This is it. Okay.
This is it.
Alright.
You're on stage.
You're on stage.
Yeah. I'm just like barreling through, looking at the darkness and that in the depths of whatever that portal's gonna lead us to, and I'm like, oh no, this is a bad idea. I'm just like, oh. I take a second. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know. All right, I'm going. Here I go.
All right. So everybody goes through.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
So as everybody steps through, you're immediately just disoriented for a moment. Like you smell ozone and the faint smell of spoiled meat. And it feels like you've been turned inside out, wrung out a few times, and then put right back together. And you all kind of get spit out on your hands and knees on the floor of this black stone room with no light. It's pitch black. And Jimmy, even though you have your lantern out, it's like it's dim. It's barely piercing the darkness. Those of you with dark sight, you're even having a hard time penetrate. Like you feel like something is inhibiting your vision. You also all immediately begin to feel like your life is just kind of slowly leeching. Nothing drastic. You're not taking damage yet, but you can feel it, like something just pulling at you. The portal closes behind you, and you look up and see the blue gentleman and his dog, and he actually appears as bewildered as you feel.
Oh, none of this is natural at all. And I am going to cast Healing Spirit.
Can I
Alright.
can I roll to land? Cool.
with flair.
Yes.
I tell you what, it's going to be difficult because of what you went through traveling. Give me a Constitution save first to keep your stomach, and then we'll roll to keep your feet.
Con save for stomach first.
Nope.
Oh.
No, the disorientation just completely wrecks you.
Okay, no.
You come out tumbling like a rag doll, just like everyone else.
Ow.
I would like to stand. Am I
Ow.
capable of it?
Yeah, it takes a second to kind of get your bearings and remember which way is right side up, but yeah, you can stand.
Stand up. Brush myself off. Adjust my hat.
I don't like that.
Good sir, I am commissioned to retrieve that heart.
Oh, are you
Alright.
now?
Oh man. Ow.
I'm gonna need it back.
Ow. I'm just gonna like sit here for a minute.
Well, that's why I took it. You were running. I didn't think you'd go this way. That's why I made the portal to wherever this is. But since you are here, I guess you can help me get out of here too. Don't worry, the heart's right here. And I'll hand him a small box. Probably some mechanical wooden box holding the heart inside of it. Perfectly fine.
Who
Yeah.
is that? What?
Jimmy takes a moment to examine. I assume that this is a new mystery character.
The first thing that you're impressed by is the fact that the sensation that initially emanated from the heart, the negative one,
Mhm.
is completely cut off. It's almost like sealing it in this box has cut off whatever was happening from emanating from it.
Wow, I really could have used this thing earlier.
Well, I mean, you all were the only ones that knew about it. If I knew about it, I might have helped. And, well, if Zill would have told you about me, I'm sure you would have gotten the help you needed.
Jimmy kind of like bends down, stoops a little bit, and peers into the face of this person. What do I see?
Can I start like trying to get up a little bit?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Take a knee for a second. Oh.
Well,
Oh.
I'm not sure if you'd be familiar with this race entirely. I will say he's probably about a head and a half, maybe 2 heads taller than you.
Oh, then I don't have to bend down. Good.
No, he's bigger than you, taller.
I peer up.
He's kind of light blue skinned. He has no ears, at least none that protrude from his head. Lack of color in the eyes. Like I said, he's covered head to toe in belts and pouches and gadgets and tools, and he has a metal dog at his side.
Which he is obviously going to pet for doing such a great job.
What a good boy.
Ah, she's a girl.
Ah,
Stella.
good girl. Good girl, Stella. Well, Jimmy takes the box, kind of puts it over the shoulder into the pack.
All right.
Friend of Zill's?
Yes. I've known Zill since, well, before he came here. He's, as you can tell, absent-minded, especially after getting that wonderful book of his. Do you know about the book? If you don't know about the book, I can't tell you much. It's a secret.
Jimmy turns his hands up, kind of like a "don't look at me, man" sort of pose, and
Yeah,
says,
we're aware.
"I've tried to leave the man his private life."
Oh, no. I know about the book. I'm just making sure you don't know. If you don't know, then I can't say anything about it. You know, curses
know.
and stuff. You know, if I told you, I'd die, basically.
Wait, we're aware.
I wouldn't if I was you. He's gonna be mad enough at me already. I don't need him anymore.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna make it out of there, but I'm sure his wonderful little basement, in quotation marks, is going to help him survive. But anyways, the name's, funnily enough, Nil, or Nillios.
Jimmy rubs his forehead.
Inhale. Out of character, inhale. Like,
Nillios.
Or you could just call me, I don't know, Fidoor. That's my last name.
I'm not gonna lie, that would make things a lot easier for me.
All right, Fidoor
about
it is.
how about I call you Knife-Eye?
Knife-Eye.
That's the name. Knife-Eye.
I don't use a knife. I use this. It's gonna point at a giant
No,
rifle
like,
on his side.
Nillios,
I don't use a knife.
Fidoor.
Thank you though.
Because it's N-I is the first two letters of your first name, and
Oh,
I is the first two letters of your last name, so your name would be Knife-Eye if you round those two together. Get it?
Frey.
you are a wonderfully clever person.
Frey.
Oh,
Freya.
Yes.
While they're talking, can you make me a perception roll, please?
Sure.
Okay. You being a little more attuned to nature than the rest of these cats, like I said, you're in a stone room. There is a large stone door that looks like you could probably open. But you do notice that there's a lot of fungus around, the small mushrooms growing out of the ground around. It's kind of dark and dank and wet in here, although you don't see any water dripping. However, like I said, being more attuned to nature, you notice the mushrooms have little faces on them, humanoid faces, and they're all distorted and anguished and sad and terrified and looking. It's a little unnerving.
Fidoor, could you tell me about these mushrooms that are growing all around here?
You see, I would be happy to tell you about them. You see, the portal that we just went through, I don't know anything about it myself either. You see, it was just an escape plan, a last-ditch effort. You know, once everything started blowing up there, I kind of only had a couple ways to get out of here, and that was it. So we're stuck here, wherever this is.
So you frankly don't know where we are, do you?
We're not dead.
I look around. I'm holding the cube. I'm like,
Jimmy holds up a finger.
Alright.
I mean, mostly not dead for some of us, I suppose, seeing as how you look.
Jimmy has stopped rubbing his forehead, and there is just a huge smile on his face.
These mushrooms are
We are
beginning
now
to
in
disturb
real
me.
Jimmy hours. The
Can I-
real Jim Soul starts here.
Can I see if I know anything?
Sure.
Alright.
Do you have any knowledge of the plains?
Arcana.
I'll let it slide.
I'll probably roll a check as well. I don't know what you want me to roll, though, history or arcana, since I assume I'm more...
You gotta go Arcana.
Ha!
I-
Double ha!
We're having one of those nights.
Would I know anything per se?
I could be a shot.
Saying, like, alright. What you want me to roll? Arcana?
Yeah, we'll go with Arcana for this one.
Okay.
Jimmy wouldn't know shit and does not currently care, so he's not even gonna try.
Well, rip.
We're having one of those nights.
I'll join you.
Yeah!
I join you.
Yeah!
12. Perfect.
Still not entirely. Master, you're the closest so far, but still not really.
Looks around and says, you know, this place is really dark, and I feel like I'm under something.
I toss this cube up in the air, and as I toss it, I gasp and catch it as it falls back down, noticing that it has changed in some way known only to me.
Jimmy says, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. This is way better.
Oh,
This is way
no.
better. I was getting so
Oh,
worn
no.
down by
Oh, no.
trying to run the ship right. Let's just blast our way out of a place. That sounds so much better.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
It does seem like that's what we're gonna have to do, since it seems really spooky here.
I wonder what happened to it. That's...
Jimmy opens up the bullseye lantern to its full bore aperture and sees if he can get a better look through this darkness.
It still seems like it only lights up about half what it should.
All right. Can I see the walls of the room, perhaps, or is it a very large one?
It's not a large room. It's maybe 20 by 20 foot, maybe about a 10-foot ceiling. One stone door seems to lead out. It does get the feeling of being like dank, but once again, you don't see actually any water. Every now and then you'll see something drip from the ceiling, but it's almost like it just absorbs into the floor where it hits instead of puddling. The little kind of blackish gray mushrooms here and there along the floor. Other than that, it's fairly nondescript aside from the door. And there appears to be, now that you've illuminated what you can, a large trunk kind of in one corner, slightly damaged.
Can I ask a question here?
Mm-hmm.
We are in a different plane of existence, right?
Possibly.
We're
Can I
too
check
chumpish
the
to
cube?
know.
Can I check the cube again to see if I was mistaken when I looked at it the first time? Because that would tell me.
Yeah.
Because the text of the thing that I've used here out of character is the Wandering Eye,
Mm-hmm.
and it says that there's no limit to how far away the eye can move,
Yeah.
but it cannot enter another plane of existence. So it would not be in there if we were in another plane of existence, but it would be if we
Oh,
weren't.
yeah. No, you were correct when you described it earlier, when you noticed
Okay,
that
good.
something had changed.
Okay, just making sure, because I don't know where that went now.
Yeah.
Somewhere in another plane, I'm like, ow! As it just like
The eyes.
boomerangs and whiplashes back into my face, and I'm like, oh, ow.
Whip crack.
Oh man, that's gonna bruise. Squish.
Whip crack.
It's way the hell out in the outer planes now.
Just push it
Yogg
back into my
Sothoth
face, like,
eyes it warily.
the cube was full of saline, so it's actually more moist than my real eye.
Yogg approves.
Mhm.
Ew.
More eyes, Yogg says. More eyes.
More eyes.
Lol, who's Yogg?
Jimmy goes back and forth, sort of, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch time, and settles on the chest. He says, "You first."
All right.
Walks up to it.
So you open it up.
I examine it first. This is neither the first nor the second rodeo.
All right. The chest itself is nearly actually about chest high. It goes at about a 45-degree angle from a baseboard with two doors that open out, and then has a small top at the side. So you open the doors.
I examine that it is not trapped
Okay.
in some way that will respond to my opening doors first, and then I do.
All right.
If it is not,
Go ahead and investigate for me. Okay. It just looks like an old beat up storage chest, as far as you can tell.
fair and easy opens the door.
All right, you open the door. Inside are about a dozen suits, like full body jumpsuit like suits, and each also has a glass or crystal helmet attached to it.
Jimmy kind of takes one out, holds it up, and examines it.
They're very old by the look of them. Some of the helmets appear to have cracks in them. The suits are very old and worn in places.
I'm just gonna watch
Just-
and look through the chest, like, interesting.
Just 'cause I have a suspicion as to their purpose, I'd like to make an Arcana check on the suit.
Okay.
Just to see if it twigs anything in Jimmy's memory.
All right.
Rumors he's heard. Places he may have heard about.
That'll work. It does appear to be some type of protective suit, maybe for like an exploratory expedition into a less than friendly environment.
That was my suspicion, but I wanted Jimmy to have it too. He looks at it, he says, "That doesn't really bode well." Hangs it back up since we may need those in a moment, and goes to examine the door.
The door has a lever type latch, like one of the ones you twist counterclockwise, and it'll pull bolts out of either side and allow you to push the door open.
Does it seem to be sealed tightly all the way around its perimeter?
Yeah.
If Jimmy puts his head up near the crack, does he have any strange sensations?
Aside from the fact that he can actually feel the cold of it more than he expected, no.
He goes back over to the wardrobe and says, "I wonder if they got any of these for people with
Is
wings."
it like a nautical door, or like a watertight door, or does it look like
It could potentially be, yeah.
like a submarine door or something with a wheel on it?
Similar in design,
Ooh.
except it's made out of granite.
Interesting.
Jimmy is speculating aloud. "I think it might be pretty unfriendly out there. You should see if any of these fit while looking at the suits."
Well,
Might as well. Freya walks over and is going to see if the suit fits.
You'll definitely, even including Draken, you'll be able to each find suits that fit you.
I'm gonna look over at Fidoor, because to me there's only one nil. Is this safe?
Are you
He's
asking
eating that
Nillios?
pizza. It
Yeah.
may take
Okay.
a moment.
Is this safe? Should we be doing this? I mean, I'm assuming that you've been here before, like.
Oh no, he said he's never been here. He had no idea where this
He has
was
no
coming.
idea where we are.
Do you think this is safe? Mr. Portal.
This
making
man's
it
escape
man.
plan was to roll against a table.
Yeah. Thoughts?
I have to admit that sounds like something I would do.
You did?
Hey! I had a better plan than that, and it involved divine intervention.
Oh no, I meant for the dragon.
Oh yeah, that was completely, yeah, you were correct on that.
Yeah. Alright. I mean, I guess I start looking for the least cracked helmet.
Alright.
And whatever suit attaches to that. I'm
Okay.
like, well, this is fun. Just roll the dice. Let's just roll them.
Alright, so is everyone suiting up?
Exciting.
Yes.
Can I inspect all the suits as an artificer and see if there's anything wrong with them immediately that I could probably fix before something goes wrong out there?
I will say that none of them are completely intact. They're old, they're worn. All the helmets have some type of spider webbing or cracking in them. All the suits are worn to the point where there's some breaches in them,
Ah, well,
but nothing huge.
being an artificer, I'm just gonna go around and cast mending on all of them if possible, if it works.
Aw.
Excellent.
Just in case.
No, that's fine. You'll fix them right up then.
Thank you so much.
It's the least I can do for pulling you into a portal to what seems like the plane of you're gonna die.
But we didn't know you could do that. You understand? You didn't have to do that. You chose to because you're nice.
You guys-
Before we go out there,
You guys have been through so much hell. Like, nice people are like, oh my god.
that's so strange. That's like super weird.
Mhm.
Before we go out there, and if this is somewhat socially awkward, you'll have to forgive me. Why did you want a mechanical heart?
I said so already. See, I heard wind that you guys were looking for something, and I followed you down here in the first place. Well, my dog followed you down here. I stayed back. And funnily enough, I was gonna give you the heart. It's just the whole thing upstairs happened. I had even had the box for a reason. It took me a little while to make it after seeing the heart. And well, let's just say everything just happened at the wrong time, and I was in the wrong place. I was going to deliver it to you as a surprise of sorts, not even show my face, because I know Zill and he forgets to tell me things.
Jimmy
So-
insight checks the fuck out of that.
Go ahead.
I mean, all right.
To him, this is an intensely suspicious statement because if he had tracked us down there and known the location of the heart, he would know we already had the heart. And that we put it there.
Yeah, that.
No, it's all good.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
He's telling the truth.
Odd.
I guess
Jimmy looks dead at Nillios Fidoor. You're an odd one. And I'm saying that.
Oh, yes. I could get that statement. You're a bit weird as well. But let me clarify. Seeing as that sounds a bit strange, most likely, I know the heart does stuff. I just didn't know you guys wanted it until after you stashed it. So in order for me to give it to you properly, without me getting corrupted as well, I had to make a box. It was great.
And what a lovely box it is.
It is a lovely box, as there's probably pieces of wood flaking off of it. But it's a lovely box. I didn't laminate it yet.
Alright.
Jimmy shakes his head at just the sheer state of things.
So, Freya, you're beginning to feel a little claustrophobic. So are you, Master. A mixture between being in this small room in the dark and just the air in the place is something really unnatural for both of you that just is really setting your teeth on edge. It's like biting tin foil.
Well, who's ready to see hell?
Have we finally reached the Underdark?
I guess I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Ugh.
So everybody
Jimmy's
getting-
hauling on the lever. He's having a grand old time.
everybody has suits on.
Well mended.
Okay.
Yes, everyone has suits. You can't catch us this time.
You open the airlock and boom, your head explodes.
Welcome to
Whoops.
space.
Did I forget to mention that this aligns with canon? Bye bye.
Let me just mark one on the tally board.
Happy Halloween.
All right. So you pull the bolt and push the door open, correct?
Oh yeah.
All right. In that case,
Oh no.
let's do this. For those of
Oh,
you
oh,
watching.
No.
New visuals. First time in the campaign. New visuals. Busting it out on us.
Hey, what is this? Trees?
So
Spooky forest.
it opens up
Bring it.
into
Trees.
a twisted, natural-looking environment. Everything is just black and dark. It's like the color has just been leached out of everything. The thing that really bothers you, though, is there is not a single light in the sky. No stars, no moon, no sun, just inky, dark blackness and fog everywhere you look. All around you, as you exit out, you don't hear a single natural sound. You do hear movement out in the trees, here and there, random locations, echoing unnaturally. All your light and vision seems to be affecting about 50% of its supposed ability. It's like it just envelops light. So your lantern is, you just feel like the light is soaking up in the existence around you itself. It's just devouring it. Even through the suits, you can just feel like this unnatural unwholesomeness. Freya, and we'll say Master as well, give me a nature check, please.
This is gross. Oh,
Okay.
that's about all I know.
Alright. You're
It's gonna...
both disoriented. This feels, Freya in particular, this feels about as far from home as you have ever been. Like, you feel so far from home right now that you're having trouble bringing up pictures of the Feywild.
I'm just gonna lean over real quick and put my hood over my head, like
Well, you're
awkwardly, because I can't actually touch it.
yeah, you're just kind of
Like,
tapping on the helmet.
come on, hood up, come on. Eventually, I figure it out and like leaning my head to the side awkwardly, like. I should have done this before I put this helmet on. I almost fall over. This is fine.
Frey is just sinking deeper into depression. I don't think any long rest is going to return her to her natural state of being.
It's getting kind of heavy.
I've been wintered this entire time, like the entire time.
Oh, this feels appropriate here. Every now and then
But
you
have
guys
you tried double winter?
double winter. Have you tried turning the season off and then on again?
Season cycle. Hey.
So
Fake summer.
you-
Fake summer.
yeah,
To do that, you'd have to take the Fey out of the Feywild.
exactly. The Feywild, awesome.
The Feywild.
I'd almost forgotten about that.
Blah, blah, blah.
So I will say, you guys do see movement out in the trees, just always at the corner of your eye, things flickering about and moving, and when you try to turn to look, and there's some slight distortion through the helmets that you're wearing, but every time you try to look, it's like there's nothing there. But it's unnerving, kind of making you a little paranoid. You guys are just standing outside the open door, kind of in a huddle, going, "Oh my God, what have we gotten ourselves into?"
Maybe we should move forward so we can get out of here. So we're not
Jimmy
just
takes a
standing
deep
still.
breath. Bracing. I hate it.
Come on. You can't breathe the air out here anyway. You have a helmet on. Let's go.
I should point out that there's no tanks on these.
Oh no. We have a very limited amount of time to get out of here. We need to go, go, go.
I also point out that Jimmy doesn't breathe.
Why would you take a deep breath then?
He's having a good time. We're in real Jimmy times now.
I still love that. I'm okay. Don't know about you guys, but I'm good.
He just kind of sets off, you know. We're walking right out. He looks back to examine the building we're walking out of.
It's literally just what it looked like on the inside.
Small square hut.
Yeah.
Can we go?
Yeah.
Can we?
Just heading straight on through.
Jimmy, come on. We gotta breathe, dude.
Hey, we can set off.
Yeah.
Let's hit it.
Please. The quicker we can get out of here, the better.
Oh,
Being in Sigil's bad enough for me. I couldn't feel like I'm further from my homeland now.
Jimmy's got the rapier in one hand and the lantern in the other, and we're just, we're setting off. Is there a visible trail?
It could be a trail. If you look at the image there, you can almost like see the way you kind of intend to go, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a trail.
He sets off.
We start going. I'll send Stella ahead.
Yeah, Jimmy's just he's just chilling. Enjoyment time. Although I will remind you, my passive perception is 19.
Okay. So
this is a relevant statistic.
You're moving off. Once again, like I said, you guys are seeing the movement out of the corner of your eyes, shadows flickering through the trees. There is a little distortion with your helmets because the curvature of the glass isn't perfect. Neither is the thickness. These weren't like, it wasn't some artistic craftsman that blew these from the finest glass. It was somebody who hurriedly made them. You can kind of tell as you go. In fact, Nillios, you're kind of looking at the craftsmanship going, man, an afternoon I could have done twice this. As you move further in, though, I need Master Freya, Jimmy, and Draken.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll perception checks. Okay.
Rolling like shit, but a +9 covers a multitude of sins.
That does help a lot. Oh, dang.
Damn.
Or it can make you a demigod. Either way.
All right. So
I see all. Do I have advantage on that? Because of the hood?
don't really need them at this point. So
I mean,
now,
I could do better.
what I'm about to tell you, I can say out loud, or I can just tell you guys privately. What do you prefer?
I don't mind being, in the know.
Privately.
Privately? Okay. Private
Sure,
it
privately.
is. Private it is.
Draken's busy figuring out what spells he can use without blowing a hole in this suit.
Yeah, it's advantage on stealth checks to hide, but not perception checks that I make. It's perception against me that has disadvantage. Gotta read the sheet, that's all.
All right. Oop.
Sorry for all the work this is causing. I just thought it would be more true to what's actually happening.
I sent them through Discord.
Mm-hmm. I had a minor suspicion, but I didn't want to just immediately do the thing.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Do I not see anything? Because I don't have a Discord notification.
Oh no, you were 1 point shy.
Rip.
1 point.
No.
And I didn't even roll.
No, I don't think this one would have affected Nillios quite the same. And Kong, since I don't believe he's going to make it, Kong stayed behind with the foo dog and hiding.
He's hiding out.
He was up in
He
the
napped.
when all the commotion was going on, probably asleep.
Yeah, him and the foo dog are hiding out, taking a
Hand
nap.
of glory. Gets you every time.
The Hand of Glory took him out too by accident.
Ow.
He's curled up asleep, hanging from a rafter.
Could see it.
By its tail.
Yeah. So whatever you guys choose to do with that information, it's up to you.
Does this provide me of any, like... Okay, I gotta respond with a question, like...
Hmm?
Jimmy walks up to the closest tree and like puts a hand on it.
It's brittle and it's tangible, but something's not right about it.
Can't be, can it?
Hmm.
I'm waiting for Master to do Master things.
Oh, yeah. It's all good. You can keep going. Yeah, so yeah, you guys see Jimmy reach out and kind of touch a tree questioningly.
He looks
Last question.
straight up as close as he can.
Do you like trees that much, Jimmy?
How strong was your escape plan, your insurance policy?
Well, pretty strong. I didn't make sure it worked. How about the celestial Peter strong?
How about a what? Sorry.
Yeah, how strong the escape plan was, and I
Oh.
said, well, I celestial tears to open this portal, so I would say it's decently strong. I haven't met the celestial tears in my work, but
Jimmy's looking straight up still. But he's still talking to you. He says,
I'm looking around.
didn't expect to say it, but I really hope I'm not home.
I'm just looking around at the terrain, like... Wait a second. Where?
Okay. So yeah, the two of them are acting a little weird.
This is weird.
Nah, couldn't be. Couldn't be. Let's keep going. Let's find a place out of here. Or a place less disturbing, but still here. Either one will do.
Yeah, this...
All right. So you're carrying on down the
Yep.
path, quote unquote.
Set off again. I'll make an attempt or two to catch the motion behind the trees, like out of the corner of my eye.
So,
Okay.
dark vision, but no light. So, are there any sort of, like, directional markers we could look at? Like...
That's what's
logs or
throwing you
whatever?
off. Is normally you would be able to look to the celestial bodies and whatnot for some type of landmark, no matter where you were, but they're not there. It's just a pitch black sky.
And the ground looks pitch black too. The terrain doesn't have any sort of differentials that I could tell.
No, like I said, it's like the color has just been leached out of everything.
So even if there were moss, it would also be black, and I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
All right. And none of this looks familiar.
Well, a
Well,
little familiar.
yeah.
Do I need to make a check to see if I know where I'm at, or because anything?
You have a feeling if you keep going, you're going to run into what you think you're going to run into.
Yeah, let's keep going, guys. I kind of think. I think we just
Keep
need
it
to
on the
move.
trail.
Yeah, we just need to keep moving because if we stand still and something's moving around us, that's not a good combination.
All right.
In any case, so
Steady on.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Okay.
well, I'm not gonna say that, but I am afraid of standing still.
All right. So
I want to make it out of this alive, hopefully.
you steady start moving on. As you trek through, in the distance ahead, you see something imposing and large starting to loom above the tree lines where you occasionally catch a breach. It's not so much silhouetted as just something darker than what's already out there in the distance, something very large, some type of structure that you're coming up on. You can smell like smoke and decay in the air the closer you get. And very
Through the
faint in the distance, you hear.
Helmet?
Yeah, through the helmet. Like I said,
Wow.
it's not an
No
airtight-
filtration system
Yeah,
here.
it's not airtight.
Oh, we've been breathing this air the whole time. I was worried we're gonna run out of air supply because of the.
No, that's what I mean. There's no tanks or anything. These are just protective
Oh,
suits.
okay.
You begin to hear something in the distance, though, as you're going.
Ooh, what's it sound like?
It's almost like the sound of someone singing in the distance.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Some very nice singing I hear.
Jimmy looks at Master.
I look at both Jimmy and Master.
I still.
You don't have the advantage of your cloak right now.
I put the hood up. When
You're in a protective suit.
I gave it a shot anyway. 21. I don't know if that's good enough.
Oh, Master like jumps behind a tree.
I just need a second. Leave me alone.
You just barely escaped Jimmy's notice.
Leave me alone.
Now that Master's vanished, Jimmy looks back to Frey and Draken. He gestures, just kind of pointing in the direction the sound appears to be coming from. I'm not going crazy, right?
No, I definitely hear that as well.
I'm just gone.
It appears to be singing.
Oh yeah, Draken, you'd recognize it.
Recognize the singing?
Oh yeah.
It's a distinctive voice.
This isn't the realm where Queen Bridget was taken, is it?
Tell you what, I'll let you two give me another nature check. You and Draken, Freya.
Alright.
So not me? Okay.
But you've already had your success.
You said nature?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Very nice.
Hey.
So it dawns on you that this is a direct, like, dark mirror copy of the forests around Ormoon and Cairn.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're kidding me.
Now, Freya, for you especially, because of your nature, I want you to just make a knowledge check, just to say an intelligence save.
Alright.
Okay. You know where you are.
Oh no.
I can tell it to you out loud or private. What do you prefer?
Private. I'm probably gonna tell it to everyone. Anyways.
You know when something stabs you, but you want
Yes.
it to keep stabbing you? I'm not saying that out loud, but like that's the vibe right now.
Out of character, I knew. I had a feeling. In character. Everyone, this is the Shadowfell version of the forest outside of our moon. No wonder I felt like I was in the complete opposite of my homeland. Oh my god.
Is that good? That doesn't
Yeah,
sound
but
good.
the knife is nice.
should we leave like now?
For all intents and purposes, we're in Cairn. We're in a mirror version of Cairn.
Oh, yeah.
I did a lot of
Stay
asking
here.
around after we made it out. There's no getting back to Cairn.
This is a dark mirror of Cairn. The Shadowfell and the Feywild are all echo planes that overlay every single prime material plane in the known multiverse.
You know, I didn't think about that.
Yes, in particular, the Feywild connects everywhere. Haven't really been able to get back to Cairn from Evermeet or anywhere, but the Shadowfell, I can't even account for that. As Freya looks around.
So, as the realization...
Still hate it.
As the realization dawns on you, the motions in the trees begin to converge. You can see them getting closer, flitting from tree to tree and shadow to shadow. And you begin to sense malice and fear and discontent all around you, just like this bundle of nerves in the pit of your belly. You do not feel safe.
I don't feel safe here.
Me
I
neither.
sense fear and malice and...
Let's get someplace defensible.
I wipe my eyes and suddenly I'm back.
You can't reach them because of the helmet.
But you
Oh,
said there
no.
was no airlock, so
Still a visor.
You
I can't read
froze
because of
the
the helmet.
tears and made them fall off of your cheek.
yeah, it's just. I mean, I'm winter, so
Oh yeah,
just wait for my face to dry. That's all.
it's all
Fine.
good.
I can still see and hear them, so I mean, I don't have to be back right now anyway.
It's all good. So yeah, you all are very aware that something's coming from you, for you, through the trees.
Is it coming from the direction of the structure?
Not necessarily. It's hard to give a decided direction. It's just kind of all around you.
To the structure.
All right. What kind of pace are you keeping?
You don't want to show fear. Standard walking pace.
All right. So,
Nil's probably just taking notes because he's never been to this plane before.
This is all fun and games for Nillios.
Feels like crap. Yeah.
So you start making your pace. You're making a decent time for the pace you're keeping. You go further and further along, and suddenly you begin to hear more voices chittering through the forests. Some of them you recognize from your pasts, some of them you don't. But every now and then each of you will hear your name mentioned. You'll hear Stapleton Investigations mentioned. You'll hear Bridget's name mentioned. And it's almost like they're all talking about you, rather than to you, if that makes sense. It's a disconcerting cacophony of whispers, and it's growing in volume.
I'm gonna do a thing. It's gonna be funny. I listen for a specific whispering that mentions me, and then, using my actor feat for advantage, I will mimic it back.
Okay.
I will add one more to the cacophony.
All right. I'll allow it. It doesn't seem to really affect anything other than adding to the cacophony, which that was your goal, right?
Yes.
It's interesting. I see that.
I
And
can't roll above a 10. I'm not allowed.
Like I said, we're having one of those nights.
I see that, and being a mastermind to do something similar.
All right. So you're trying to antagonize the voices?
I don't know. Just trying to blend in. I guess my goal is more of camouflage than irritation.
All right.
You know,
right.
Master of Intrigue says that I can unerringly mimic the speech patterns and accent of a creature that I hear speak for at least a minute.
Yeah. Well, I will say it won't really affect much.
Alright, I'm just, blending in, walking along.
Just
mind
passing the time,
that.
you know?
Yeah.
Up on the road ahead, you see a looming series of figures standing in your way. You can't really make them out just yet.
Do we all agree that leaving this place is a good idea?
Oh, I'd like to. You got any tricks for this one, Draken?
I have the trick still.
Oh yeah, that trick. The trick to end all tricks is being tricky.
Not the wand, right?
No, not the wand.
Something a little beefier.
Oh.
Some sort of scroll, probably.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Our gun might have given him.
Yeah, it worked once. It was real tricky, though.
That was a different scroll. This is a totally different other one.
This.
Hmm.
Yes.
You forget,
the
Jimmy's
other-
not very magic. He just kind of relies on Draken.
Yeah, but how do you know that? Insight check!
Are you pulling this out?
I am throwing the idea out. Jimmy knows what I have.
Wait. How does Fidoor know that, though?
Oh no, that was
Fedora
me out of
doesn't.
character.
That was out of character.
Alright.
No, in character. Oh, I know you have that witch scroll tucked away.
Been watching you for a while.
I watched you since before you left care.
Yeah. Jimmy's perspective on this is that we should make at least some attempt to gain shelter before we, bust that out.
Are you guys still moving?
Yeah, towards the figures, assuming they're not, living and enormous.
All right. Well, they're kind of staggered on the path. The first one that comes into view is a very attractive tiefling wearing what would have been at one time probably a very slinky dress, carrying a musical instrument.
Oh no.
She's eyeballing you, almost seductively, although her face looks emaciated and kind of gaunt.
Jimmy scratches his head. He says, I'm having a thought here.
Who is this? I feel like I should know this.
Does our dear Tiefling make any moves?
Not at the moment. She's just smiling at you. She's making full-on eye contact with you, though.
This is funny because I'm fairly certain that 2 of the members of the evil party never actually made it down the stairs. They fled from upstairs.
This is true.
So it's quite possible Jimmy has never seen Mael.
This is possible.
Yeah, but that wouldn't matter though because we were on the Fettered Cloud and that all was destroyed and everybody died. So.
You have a lot of confidence in reality.
Yeah, I mean, I checked. Out of character as the person who plays one of those people, right?
So, have you guys stopped? Or are you continuing to move?
I'm just gonna keep right on trucking. But what I would like to do is, if everybody else is stopping, take this helmet off and put the hood up. Have a feeling
I'd
I need it.
slow to look at Mael
If that's
suspiciously,
what it
but it's not quite twigged for Jimmy yet.
Alright.
is. If that's what it is that? Do we need to check?
Do you need to what?
Do we need to check who that is?
Well, I mean, some of you will recognize her. Your memory is your memory, as it were.
Yeah, but
I won't make you roll to remember things that you should be able to remember.
But I don't know what this person looks like, Ellie. I can't see them. I don't know if it is that person. I can't recognize them by sight based on a memory that I can't verify. You know.
Oh. Well, if that one doesn't do it, as the rest of the group steps forward, you'll recognize them. One by one. Yeah. You see the Kinku, the Warlock,
yeah,
the Lizard
yeah,
person,
Okay. All right.
the Changeling, the Tabaxi, they all step forward.
The Kinku gets it for Jimmy. He says, You. You.
Strangely, they all look emaciated, gaunt. Some of them are missing patches of hair or feathers or fur or scales. Their clothes look a little drab and tattered. All the color's been leached out of them as well. And right now they're just standing there, all of them, staring at you, smiling.
Hey, Jimmy. Do we know them?
Yeah. We blew him up once upon a time.
The Fettered Cloud.
Thank you. Feather Cloud. All right. Because I've blown up a lot of people. Mostly on accident.
Oh yeah. Great time to mention that. Yeah. Lovely.
Master, I don't think this is the time.
Oh.
Again, focus on that. I killed like 30 dustmen.
Once again.
Might be an issue.
Didn't start
That's not the point.
I didn't start it.
So they're starting to circle around you and spread out.
Oh, it's going to be like that.
I didn't start it.
Yeah, they're starting to form a circle around you.
We should get out.
Jimmy hooks the lantern on the belt, shifts the rapier to the correct hand.
Mael is still standing kind of in front of you, Jimmy. She sees you. You see her eyes kind of dart down and watch what you're doing. Her smile actually broadens. She looks like she's laughing to herself, but you hear no sound.
Get out of here.
Jimmy draws a single caltrip from his pack. Kind of underhand throws it at her.
She looks down. I take it this wasn't a sneaky attempt, was it?
No. I just kind of chuck it. I want it to bounce off of her or go through.
Oh, well, give me a just base to hit roll. Alright. That passes through her. Oh. I was... she looks down at it, and then just kind of back
Don't
up
worry,
at you.
I forgot to add a plus to that. That should have a +3 on it, so it actually would have been a 12 as well.
Oh yeah, so you wouldn't have had to roll very high to hit her.
Yeah, I may have like an 11 AC.
So it went through?
Yeah, past her. She looks down at it and then up at you, and her smile broadens again. And in unison, like they've all managed to encircle you now. And in unison, they all take one step forward, closing in.
Well, the caltrip went straight through her. Jimmy says, okay. Let's see what you got. And he takes a step forward.
Get out of here.
You take a step forward.
Yes.
Not
All
a good
right.
idea.
As you step forward, they all step forward one more time. And that brings her, like, face to face with you. What's your AC, Jimmy?
My AC is 14.
Okay. She reaches out, almost like she wants to embrace you, like she's leaning in for a kiss. You could easily evade it, but I'm going to give you the choice whether you do or not.
Reaching out, I will evade it.
All right, you step back or around?
Around.
All right. You step back, or you step around her, just kind of dodging around. Her eyes never leave you, and she begins to kind of pout playfully and holds her hands out, like beckoning you to come back.
This is so Mayo, holy shit.
Master, the lizard person keeps adjusting their bust at you.
I curl my lip. What are you doing?
It's hard to read her expressions or his expressions, or you can't really tell. You're not really familiar with lizard person anatomy that well. You don't remember them having breasts, really, so it's a little odd. But yeah, they're all kind of teasing and taunting you. Nobody's really threatening you, not physically.
Can I get out of here?
How?
By dashing and disengaging in the gap created by Jimmy running away.
Yeah, you want to just try and dip through them? You can try.
Oh no.
What's your AC?
16.
All right, yeah. One of them reaches out. The lizard person reaches out to kind of swipe at you as you ditch out. They miss. So you and Jimmy are outside the circle. Anybody else want to try and disengage or do anything different?
Hill is literally just inspecting them, but I guess if he sees signs of danger, he'll have to leave.
Alright, so... No, the one standing in front of you is the Kinku. He's just covered with weaponry. He's actually mimicking everything you do, step for step. movement by movement, even mouthing words at the same time you do.
Well, typical signs of a kangaroo, mimicking everything around them. You're not that special, so I guess I'll just leave.
It is at its spookiest when he does the action slightly before you do.
Are you dashing out or just turning around and walking?
I suppose I'll turn around and just walk. I mean, are they posing a threat directly to me?
What?
Are they attempting to smack me?
Not physically, no.
Okay, well, I will just walk away.
Alright.
If they're not attempting to attack me. Because they don't even know me out of character.
No.
I assume they're just like, oh, who's this dude?
They don't really try to stop you.
Alright, I will just leave and follow my new friends.
Alright. Anyone else? Draken? Freya?
Freya's definitely going to slip out as best she can.
Alright. You've actually got the tabaxi in front of you. And he's got a bow out and he keeps like twitching with it, like he's faking you out or trying to. Like he's gonna shoot you. And, oh, I'm not gonna do it. Am I gonna do it? Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, Freya, like, every time he does this, she just kind of winces, but is just going to kind of scrunch up, make herself small, and just, like, you know, slip on through as best she can, but never, like, losing focus on him.
Alright. He looks like he's kind of, like, laughing at you as you make your way out. He still kind of twitches at you a couple times as you go. Which just leaves Draken. You've actually got the two in front of you. You've got the Changeling and Granny Greentongue's family member, if you remember Daniela.
Aww.
Sis.
I'm special. I'm special. I get both.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
They saw
walk
what you did to that
through
dragon.
Yeah, so Tilden and Daniela are in front of you.
I am going to walk through, giving him a slight berth, and try to get around them to follow everyone else.
Alright. As you look back over your shoulder, Daniela's flipping you off, and Tilden actually looks exactly like you and is walking kind of behind you for a few steps before stopping.
I admire I give a flip a bow, and I respond with, "You need more glitter," and just keep going.
Alright, so you guys step out. They're kind of bunched together behind you. Once again, Male's in the lead. She looks at you, all of you, kind of once over, and suddenly all of them, the near jovial nature of the encounter so far just drains out of their faces, and they all kind of deadpan you for a second. And Miels takes one step forward, looks at you, and says, "You did this to us. Now you face your own fate." And with that, they just kind of fade into dust and scatter.
Do it again, too. Only wish we'd been a little bit faster. Made me sad for a moment. No way but onwards.
Onwards you go.
You holding up all right? To the party at large.
No, but we must power forward.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if all of the people we've killed are here, because that would be really...
I hope not.
bad.
take a while.
Well, the the shadows in the trees are still there. The peripheral shadows and whatnot. You guys gonna carry on?
Oh yeah, the plan is to carry on.
All right.
Yeah, trying to get out of here.
So you move on ahead for a little bit. The structure in front of you, the large structure in front of you you've been moving towards, starts to kind of come into view. You can kind of begin to make out what it is, even though it's, like I said, it's just more darkness on a dark backdrop. You do begin to make out some shapes and contours of what appears to be a crashed airship.
No. This doesn't bode well.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Nillios, he's just like, oh, this is cool.
This is the famous airship that inserts blabbering about things that he hasn't gotten to see.
To the old hands of the party. Think she's here?
Hope not.
Don't know if it'd be her exactly.
I don't know if my heart could take it.
Gotta find out. Jimmy presses forward.
Right. Steady on.
Steady on. I think we know where we're going.
Right. So the main body of the vessel, not the fuselage, but the main body of the vessel is actually what you'll come up to first. There is a large number of bodies scattered all over the ground as you approach. You can still recognize the old uniforms, even with so much time has passed. It's still fresh on your mind. You see the Becklerite troops, you see the Shawnekeesian shock troops. Their bodies look like they've been here for a long time. They're desiccated, most of them barely more than skeletons. But a lot more than you remember being on the ship.
Jimmy starts angling through. He knows that there is a particular location in the hold that we're heading to.
Alright. You make your way to the main body of the structure?
Yes.
Alright. There is a large cracked opening on the belly of it that you could make your way through if you wanted to.
I'd like to stop.
Okay.
Stop everyone for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're all thinking that there might be a person in there. We're all thinking that might be the same person. But a thought just occurred to me. Obviously, this is the shadow. So we have the dark duplicates. What if Phoebe's in there? A dark Phoebe? Possibly still empowered?
If Phoebe were in there, we wouldn't need to worry about going in or not going in. Because reaches from anywhere, because Phoebe's Phoebe.
I see what you're saying, but kind of get the feeling Phoebe was the dark Phoebe.
Being that powerful doesn't need us to step inside her parlor. You know, you're overthinking this. The boundaries of space and time don't mean anything being like that. I mean,
So,
Furthermore, she was on our side.
yeah.
Draken, as this is occurring, you hear a voice whisper in your ear, or in your case, maybe your tympanic membrane, but basically it's a feminine voice, and it says, "Why so worried, Golden One? She took such good care of you when you were with her."
Do I know the voice?
It's familiar.
And I try to place it.
Give me an intelligence check.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. It's Charlotte, if you remember Charlotte. If you don't, I'll refresh your memory.
I'm trying, and
We're reaching pretty
Maybe?
far back.
is that the sister that Phoebe...
That's the young girl that was down in the hole, the spirit, with Phoebe when you found her. The daughter of
Yeah.
The local,
the smithy.
wasn't the foreman, was he?
I think he was the smithy.
Yes.
Alright.
If these spirits are the spirits of the dead, I don't think Phoebe died.
I'm gonna keep going. Once like I said, just that thought occurred to me, so I was sharing it.
So you're not going to turn to look or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I am gonna keep walking.
Doesn't want to know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So are you
He's
guys,
going Ray Charles that shit.
are you guys stepping through the breach?
Oh, should we?
Jimmy does.
All right.
Yeah.
Freya follows next.
All right.
Yeah, we're all going.
So the wood is near crumbling as you touch it. Like it's just that old, brittle, rotting wood falling apart when you touch it. A little spongy as you step onto it. Inside is just bodies stacked. Like you can't avoid stepping on them. Some of them are burned, some of them are crushed, some of them are dismembered, scattered, covered, smothered, chunked. Wait, those are hash browns. But
I get the meaning.
it's unnaturally full. There's way more bodies here than there should be. You step inside, and you're in basically the room where you last had your big fight. You remember this room. It's still kind of a sore spot. Huddled in the corner, you see 3 figures kind of holding on to each other. You can almost see through them in the far corner of the room.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Okay, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Prepare yourselves.
Jimmy approaches.
Prepare yourselves emotionally. Alright, let's do this.
Freya takes a deep breath inward and follows next.
Nillios, give me a perception check, please.
Sure thing.
As you're the only one still in full capable mental state here.
Would you like my dog to give a perception check too? That's actually better than me.
Yeah, sure. That's fair.
I'll do both.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I'm glad the dog did.
All right. Stella kind of pulls your attention to back outside the breach as you're stepping through. The rest of them don't see this. Would you like me to tell you in private?
Yes.
All right. So many secret messages this time around. Okay, so you guys are stepping in towards the three figures in the kind of huddled in the back corner of the room.
Yeah, Jimmy's almost enwrapped now.
It's an adult man, an adult woman, and a small child by the look of it. They're all huddled together.
Jimmy gets closer. He knows who it is.
Emotional trauma 3, 2, and a 1.
All right.
Ah! Ow. Ow.
So you step up to them.
Yep.
You say anything?
They're over here.
I reach back into the pack and pull out the final bottle of Wickletongue.
Alright, the figures turn and look at you and stand slowly, holding hands. Before you, you see Stapleton, Queen Bridget, and Phoebe. They seem gaunt once again, slightly desiccated and colorless, and they're emotionless. They're just staring at you.
But no Maury.
No Maury.
Jimmy looks up at Stapleton. Hey, boss.
I suppose you've come for your payment.
No, I'm all paid up.
What are you doing here, Jimmy?
I guess the real world got a little too heavy for us.
It's not your time
But-
yet, Jimmy.
I hope not. But you know you're supposed to offer libations for the dead, and we never got a chance to.
Well, you know, I'm flattered, but that's the thing. See, we're not dead, Jimmy.
Oh.
Ray is like sobbing at this point profusely.
Neither am I, but that's kind of a technicality, don't you know?
Oh, this goes a little deeper. Come on, Jimmy. You used to be one of my best investigators. Think. What's wrong with this picture?
I guess I wanted to have a chance to say goodbye, you know. But this ain't really home.
Well,
Do I need to like do a check to see if I know what he's talking about?
oh no, not for this one. So, Jimmy, what's really wrong with this picture?
Jimmy looks up.
Hey, where's the dragon?
He looks back.
He
You
looks,
were-
We're supposed to mention that.
you look back at the party?
Yes.
All the corpses inside the ship are now standing silently, staring at you.
Is everyone present and accounted for?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can kind of see Nillios towards the back, and his dog is about halfway through.
Kind of a little bit.
Yeah, I
Oh,
heard
sorry.
Nillios dog.
You can see Nillios at the back, and the dog's about halfway through the room.
Halfway through.
They're standing there a little wide-eyed.
Okay.
Well, if everybody's still behind, he looks back to the front. Said, well, first off, we're short one.
And who are you missing?
Well, one's asleep at home. Can't say it'd be his scene. But you know, I don't know if I'll ever sleep again if I don't get to offer Maury a drink.
You won't find Maury here.
I don't know if that's good or bad, boss.
Well, in typical Maury fashion, Maury didn't want to give it up. Maury wouldn't let go. Maury's still back home. With this, Jimmy, this isn't home. And you know what's real important? The thing that you're definitely not seeing. The thing that you're missing. The important thing.
Jimmy waits.
He leans in real close. He says, Jimmy, I'm not who you think I am. With that, he leans back and kind of grins. And suddenly you can see just rows upon rows going back of vertical, sharpened teeth.
Ah. At last.
Uh-oh.
And with that, you guys hear dozens of corpses that are standing behind you now draw their weapons. Nillios, you of course see the ones outside doing the same.
I shudder to ask so late in the evening, but do we enter initiative?
Oh.
Not yet. Not yet.
Rolls alone.
Not yet.
Just roll for the horde. 'Cause
So, the would-be Stapleton, he looks at you and says, as much as I hunger for a bit of bad flesh, and as much as my poor wife and daughter would love to sup upon those warm, meaty
I'm sorry.
bodies.
What did you say to me?
No, I'm the spoiled one. Look at me, I'm all rotten.
What did you just say to me?
Which part?
Your what?
My wife and child.
I am wrecked. I'm officially wrecked.
Destroy.
I'm wrecked. I'm wrecked. I'm wrecked.
I think.
Well, I mean, not Stapleton.
I know, but Stapleton of all people. What?
I'm wrecked.
I need something else from you right now, Jimmy.
I'm wrecked. I moved to the back of the queue. I'm wrecked.
Ask, and it shall be yours.
Oh man.
Do you want to leave this place?
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Do you want...
Can't say I like the ambiance.
Well, I hold the key here in my hand. But I'm gonna need something in return, if you want it.
Some bargains are worthwhile. You know, you seem to have a bit of an advantage over me here.
Well, this is definitely the devil's bargain.
Where are you going?
Jimmy smiles. There's still too many teeth in there.
Way too many.
But for the first time, he may be outsmiled. You know, when you're standing in the mouth of the shark, it's got a lot of teeth.
So you will offer me.
Make your offer.
You will offer me time. Time that I shall determine upon which moment in your time I will collect it.
Well, my time.
Your time.
Baby body, where are you?
My good man, my time is always for sale. All you had to do was knock on my door.
Then we have a bargain.
It's a twisted fey bargain, I swear I haven't seen. Ugh.
Why would you do this?
He offers you a hand to shake on it.
Jimmy looks back for Draken specifically.
Oh, no.
I'm
Making
here.
a deal with one of the fairy queens.
You are there, good.
I am here. Draken is. What do you want
I'm
me to
buying
do?
this time.
Oh no.
Oh no, Jimmy.
That's not
This is
good.
our bargain. This is between me and you. We'll be having separate conversations with your friends.
Oh no.
What, no bulk special?
Ah, this is hardly a pro bono exercise. Everybody pays.
Ooh.
Your price, sir, is time.
Let me make a roll for Jimmy internally. 1 second. Oh, that's pretty low.
Man, this is gonna be crazy.
How much you need?
As I said, to be determined.
Well, the roll I made there was a charisma saving throw. And that's a very small number. So, I will say it thus. The preceding days have been incredibly rough on Jimmy. To the extent that he's worn down. He's all bargained out. He's got nothing left in his back pocket to fight off any of the impending dooms that he's got. He sticks out his hand.
All right. You can feel some type of arcane shift pass through you. And with that, Jimmy blinks out and is gone.
I didn't hear what you said. Some type of what?
An arcane shift of energy between them. And then Jimmy blinks out and is gone. And with that, he looks at the master. Your turn.
Step back up.
For you, a pound of flesh. Not your flesh.
Whose?
No one of any real consequence.
Everyone's of consequence. What does that mean?
No, it's just less a person.
No. I think you're gonna say. Whose?
Well, I believe you have a four-legged friend that I'm interested in. Don't worry.
No. No.
I've no desire to hurt the beast. No desire to hurt the beast at all. I have other designs on the creature.
Please do this to me.
No harm will come. At least not by my hand. What do you say? Your freedom for a pound of flesh? He puts his hand out.
I say I'm gonna wait. I don't know what pound you want, where it has to come from. Can I just? Is it a leg? What do you mean?
So as you're kind of wrecking your head over this, you feel a pair of arms slide around your waist from behind you, lovingly, and a voice whispers in your ear, "Don't fret, love. We mean no harm to your beast." And with that, you can smell the lilac perfume of Bridget wafting through the suit.
What four-legged friend would you mean?
We just need a pair of eyes in the city. That's all. And
Pair
who?
of eyes and what? I can't.
We just need a pair of eyes in the city, and no one would assume that a donkey were spying.
I can't find the piece.
Oh.
I can't find the piece. I can't find my piece right here. It's not in a Lego box.
What do you say?
I'll take a sip. Hi, Daddy. How is my? What is my? It's like I'm waiting.
I don't know what this means at all. Like, there's knowledge about the condition of almond milk that they don't have. Unless I tell them. But in asking that question, I can reveal almond milk's condition. Which either they
Dangerous
automatically
almond
cure-
milk secrets.
Pretty much.
either they automatically cure it, and he's just suddenly magically well again. Which, how am I gonna explain that? You know?
It sounds like you're being slowly buried under every Lego in the universe.
Yeah, and I can barely hear like what you're saying because you cut out, but I can hear them perfectly. It's
Oh,
great, you know? And I can't ask questions. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna step back and say, make your other deals, and wait, because I can't figure any of this out, and I'm just taking up valuable time for other people to figure out what their stuff is.
that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step back for a second.
All right.
I need to think about this. This has ramifications. Am I allowed to immediately just go home and kill him? If I can deal with the guilt for that, you know?
Well, I mean, it's a bargain.
That-
The bargain
says
is only requires that you give permission for him to do whatever he's talking about doing. there's no other
I
stipulations.
want to play.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dad, can I play Legos for me?
I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
What happened?
All right.
Everybody else, you go.
What's wrong?
It's none of my business. Wait.
All right. Freya,
Don't worry.
It steps forward.
Key. Can I see you running?
so I have an interesting bargain for you, dear. My price is a season.
Price is a secret.
No, a season. My price is a season.
Oh
Cutting out again. I don't know. Just my headset. Or...
Is it?
Here.
no, he's just
Cutting
cutting.
up for me too.
Is it me? Here. Let me see here. All right. Yes, my price is a season.
Let me try.
You
One.
have to elaborate on that bargain before I accept it.
I've always been fond of summer. We never see that here. Summer. Summer is my price.
Legos key. Let me go with it.
I'll take your summer.
Don't worry. That's funny. Hey, it's fine.
Narrows her eyes.
Sorry.
She knows what Stapleton means. She...
This one? What?
Summer for how long?
What?
Oh,
This is can't find it.
who doesn't want a forever summer?
Can I help? Can I help?
I'm a peace-loving individual by heart. What do you need that aspect for?
Look around you, my dear.
This is the tab. That's not working. Let's try. Quiet. Where is it? I can't find it. Oh,
What say you?
sorry.
Yeah, what? Did he say what he needed the season for?
He did not say what he needed the season for.
I thought I just missed it again.
Because it's pretty.
He said,
Find our key.
that's what he was saying. He just said, look around you. That's all. As in, look at the surroundings that he's in.
My summer is one. The summer aspect of the Eladrin is one of wrath and destruction and anger. Flame. Tell me, what do you need my summer for? What do you seek to use me as a weapon against?
Well, wouldn't be much fun if I told you that, would it? I can assure you, though, all of you, that the dead here are ravenous, and it is only my word holding them back. Time grows short.
It's for puppies.
Freya lets out a very slow exhale and holds out her hand.
He shakes your hand. You feel another arcane transference, and Freya vanishes. Master, are you prepared?
Nope. I'm waiting until after Draken's done,
Alright.
and they'll never know what I chose unless they see me back in the world again, and then they'll know.
We'll take an airplane fly. Can you make airplanes today? Please? I don't know how to make airplanes.
But Again, not eating into anybody else's time here.
Nillios?
Yes, a weird undead specter that I've never met before in my life.
I don't know you. You don't know me. Technically, they don't know me either. But you've ended up in my domain one way or another, so I've decided to go easy on you. Your price, sir, is just to make a pact. You and I. We will make a pact. And that pact will require a degree of dedication. But in return, I will also grant you something.
What do I need to do for you? If you don't mind being a little bit more specific, then a pact.
Just that you'll agree to it.
I suppose if it's the only way out of here and not dying and coming out of it as well, why not?
Okay. He puts his hand out.
I guess, my dog's coming too, right?
I have no need of your dog.
Great. Takes the hand immediately and shakes it.
You feel an arcane transference, and you and the dog vanish. Draken?
Yes.
There's a saying among mortals, an eye for an eye. Are you familiar with it?
Oh no.
I am familiar with it.
Oh. Ooh, this is.
And this is my price, sir.
Oh man.
An eye for an eye.
An eye for an eye.
I know what he's gonna say. This is... If I can hear it, it's so poetic. Oh my goodness.
It's like we're in a waterfall.
Yeah, it's really, really intense.
What say you?
Having a play date, that is.
What? So you're saying if I go, someone has to take my place?
He hasn't figured it out yet. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oof.
I'm saying an eye for an eye. I'm saying that I give you something and you pay with an eye.
It's stuck in my head now.
God damn it. This is
This is not an appropriate moment for Baby Shark.
I know. I can't focus. There is too much noise in Baby Shark. I am having flashbacks.
Hang on. Let me kick them out real quick. Hang on.
And to answer your question and answer what you said, Master, I haven't figured it out yet. I might have an idea, but I.
No protest was an
I
option.
don't want to go on my bed.
Just figured
Daddy,
I'd solve.
you forgot some toys. What are your toys? What are your toys, Daddy?
Is this him?
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna go eat.
Okay.
Can I have your? Before I agree to anything, what's your name?
Oh, there is great power in a name, sir, and I will not be giving that anytime soon. You'll learn it over time.
God, I can't. What is in the world? Is it my settings? I don't understand.
But am I cutting out still?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's just nothing to do about it, man.
Discord's like
Here.
Having a baby, I don't know what's going on.
I'm just gonna play with
I can still hear this.
Push to talk time.
There. Yeah, we're going to push to talk for this.
Discord noise cancellation was trying so hard to save us from Baby Shark.
It was like, I'm doing the best I can.
Sorry.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
It's just
You're
extra.
good, you're
It's
good.
extra ghostly noise in the background,
It
meant to torment. So yes, an eye for an eye.
worked. Trust me.
Eye for an eye.
Yes, he points to your right eye. He says specifically that one. That eye will be mine.
Like, take it out? What do you... Oh,
And you will give me an eye in replacement?
I will.
Oh, that...
No.
These are weird deals.
Daddy.
Well then, let's see how this goes. And I accept your bargain.
He shakes your hand. You feel an arcane shift of power and a sharp pain in your eye, and you vanish.
I now have the Eye of Vecna in my head.
And that brings us
Fuck.
once again back to you, Master.
Okay. So you want a pair of eyes. And that's your pound of flesh in this deal.
Correct?
But not my eyes, the eyes of almond milk.
Correct?
So if I take this deal, will almond milk be blind forever? Or will you be using them as a spy?
I won't harm the animal in any way. In fact, if anything, they'll be safer in my care than they ever were in yours.
Oof.
So will anything else about their physical condition change other than the fact that you can see what they can see?
No, not at all.
Will they gain immortality?
That's a loose term. And we're delving into way too much detail.
But you said nothing will change about their condition, right?
Nothing that you'll notice.
Nothing I'll notice. That's good. That's good.
But time is running short.
Yeah. I've been intentionally vague about how much I talk about almond milk's condition, so this is good news.
He holds his hand out again.
No Legos.
Well, none of us.
I regret this. I know I'm gonna regret it.
He smiles. Last chance.
I look at Queen Bridget and I take his hand.
Alright. You feel the arcane surge, and you vanish.
Ouch. Man.
So, all of you feel like this missing bit of time. And when you come out of it, you awake back on Jimmy's office floor. In the middle of the room, for some reason, is the hand of Glory, still smoking at its fingertips from where it had been lit. And
Is there still a hole?
yeah, there's still a hole. There's still scorch marks from the bolts, broken window. But beyond that, everything's quiet. Draken, your right eye is now milk white for some reason. Freya, you feel weak, tired, like some part of you has been just torn out of you. It's really kind of painful.
Oh.
Nillios, and I say this more of an out of character thing. If you are going to adhere to the terms that you've set, your next level you will need to take a level of Warlock.
Oh joy.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you have a strange sigil burned into the palm of your hand.
Oh no, what's it look like?
You don't recognize it. It's it kind of looks like maybe an upside down crown with a cross over it.
That can't be good. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping when we came to that hole would be gone. This heart would be gone. This whole thing would have been a bad dream.
You do, however, still have the heart in a box.
Oh shit, I have a heart in a box. This is now a Jack Sparrow moment. I have a jar of dirt.
Oh, and just as a memento, you're all still wearing the suits.
I look around. Are there, like, various guards collapsed on the floor of the building?
No.
Freya's going to rip the suit off of her and fling it to the side, and she's just going to curl up in a fetal position and just cry.
Poor Freya.
I suppose Nillios will start writing about what he experienced and maybe thinking of new inventions based on the experience. What if I could have bottled the air there and create some sort of negative plane energy somewhere or something?
See, that's how you turn a frown upside down.
Could I bottle depression?
Eyeballs, Freya.
Mood.
The only one that's not feeling odd is the master.
Well, perhaps some emotional torment.
Physically odd, yes. Master does, however, still smell the faint smell of lilacs in the air. Haunted.
Haunted. Yeah. I say we leave it there. I say we let it linger. Let the flavor linger.
Yeah, we definitely gonna try and kill him. That's fair. That's fair. This is something that could definitely be revisited at another time, and most definitely will come up again sometime later.
Hey! Don't stab my eye. Stab his other one.
Make sure you get the one.
Just the one. Leave mine alone. I may want that back eventually.
Blindfold almond milk. So, yeah, we can hang it there and let it linger. Thank you for joining us for this special Halloween edition of Sigil Confidential. We'll return to our regularly scheduled program. Oh, of course it's canon.
There's
Definitely.
a lot.
Oh, canon is shit.
It's all canon, yeah. And to the viewers watching, there's a lot of backstory caked into what is happening. If you want to go and watch Stapleton Investigative Services on the YouTube channel, like, this is revisiting past traumas for all of the characters. Like, this is These are deeper horrors than any of your haunted house, like Halloween, anything. Oof.
It warms my heart to hear you say that.
I mean, Frey is about ready to GTFO. She's like traumatized by now.
Yes, these characters have been through it. Thank you, Biak, for joining us, by the way. Sorry, go ahead, Draken.
Who is it? I should know, and I'm drawing a blank. And
Who is what?
The entity.
The entity.
Oh well, now come on. You know me better than that.
That would be telling.
I have an idea.
I was thinking it was the Shadow Dragon.
That would be
half
hilarious.
Expected not to have any wings.
That would be. He would have probably taken your wings if it had been the dragon. Although that would.
That's what I was thinking.
That would have been beautiful. Oh yeah, we have all the well, not all, but a good many of the Stapleton episodes on our YouTube link, Biak, if you ever do want to get kind of caught up. Specifically, I think we have the evil party that they met on the road with Mael and the rest tonight. Their adventure, I think, is mostly up there, as well as definitely the last flight of the Fettered Cloud, the final chapter of the Stapleton Adventures.
Or B, you can just DM me and I'll give you a general overview.
Yeah, definitely. It's what, a good year or so's worth of story?
Ooh, holy. That's like Christmas 2019. Like, started off as a campaign that was supposed to be just a series of like one-shots to pull out for fun whenever, and then just kind of got tied into the world of Cairn.
It's amazing how that happened. And now here we are, like, basically a spin-off. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, my dear players. I hope you had I hope this stood up to your expectations of a Halloween episode.
I love the trauma. Everyone loves the trauma.
I put a lot of thought into what I could do to you, as far as to make it horrific.
Yeah, I expected it to be scary, but like jump scary, like actual like get the blood pumping with suspense scary, kind of like that one Dresden session when all the lights went out and shit, but I was not expecting this like at all.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Nothing beats a good psychological horror. The ones that become personal. But yeah. So I think with that we'll go ahead and call it. Once again, thank you for joining us, everybody. Happy Halloween, happy Samhain, happy All Saints Day, whatever you celebrate. Happy Saturday, if that's what it takes.
Everyone celebrates Saturdays.
Definitely. Join us every weekend, Fridays and Saturdays. We're always gaming. We'll see you there.
Good night, everyone. Have a happy Halloween.
Farewell.